Yeah, so I have less than 8 minutes to record this, so I'm gonna do my best to articulate what I'm thinking because I've kind of taken time to cool down. I'm not as angry as I was, but I had a moment with this guy, with this cashier guy. A few videos ago, I don't know how many videos ago, I talked about this one guy that I had encountered who kept giving me a hard time. And there was a moment specifically, I talked about it that moment, but there was a moment where I was basically more or less asking for what I paid for. You get what I'm saying? Like I was just trying to make sure that I got what I paid for. And he had a problem with that. He gave me such a hard time in that moment. And also, hello, good morning, by the way. At the time of recording, it is the 3rd of February. By the time you see this, it'll likely be April. So, hello, time traveler. By the way, I forgot to do the intro. But yeah, he was giving me a hard time about that. He didn't want to, like, you know what I mean? And so, like, I did get out of character. I did get angry because I come in there all the time. I'm usually very pleasant. I'm usually very nice. You know what I mean? And it just really frustrated me because it also felt like he was like trying to show off. There was like 2 girls there, and it felt like he was also trying to like flex. And I'm like, really, bro? Really? And so I did get out of character. I was very flustered, very frustrated, and I said some choice words. And do I feel bad about it? Maybe a tiny bit. Not really. I prayed about it. I prayed about the situation. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know. I don't think that I was in the wrong because I'm always very nice. I'm always very kind. And, you know, and to revisit that, I went into that store again because I've been avoiding that specific store when he's there because he works like mornings. And so I avoid that store, which has not really been that much of an issue. The other store doesn't give the same amount, which is funny because the whole reason why we got into anything is because I was trying to get what I paid for. And so then I had to start going to the other store, which they don't give proper quality or quantity. And so that it's kind of ironic a tiny bit. But yeah, I tried to go in there today and immediately he was like, get out when I'm not serving you. And I tried to play it coy. I tried to play it nice. You know what I mean? Because I'm always pleasant. I'm always like, I'm not an abrasive person. I'm not a mean person. You know what I mean? So I tried to, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, I didn't do anything wrong. Like, I responded to you being an asshole. In my head, that's what I'm thinking. I've responded to you being an asshole. You know what I mean? I could have responded better. I could have done better. But like, fuck you, bitch. And what had prompted this video, I guess, was the thought, the idea of like, I pray a lot. Like, I'm a prayer warrior. You know what I mean? I pray a lot. And sometimes I think about the people that I'm praying for. And I wonder if people would treat me differently if they knew that I was like putting that energy towards them. You know what I mean? Like, I've dealt with some foul people. I've dealt with people who have done me so dirty. And afterwards, often I find myself praying for these people because I'm like, for you to act this way, I just know you have a lot of hurt, a lot of pain in your system. You know what I mean? Like, nobody acts that way unless they're in pain, you know? And it was just a kind of thought that inspired this video, you know? Like, would people give a fuck if they knew? You know what I mean? I don't know. Because I don't think he knows that I was praying for him. I doubt he knows, you know? And I don't know what his spiritual beliefs are. I don't know what he believes in. But I know what I believe. And I believe in like forgiveness and like higher power and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And it can be very difficult to embrace these subjects. But I think I do a pretty good job. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think people are very interesting. And I say that in a neutral, positive way. Sometimes it's negative, but you know what I mean? Neutral, positive. People are very interesting. It's interesting to learn how people think and why people operate the way that they do, you know? And also, I guess, a reminder that the body knows all. When I was walking up to the store, I was filled with this, like, anxious feeling. You know what I mean? And as I was processing it, I was like, I have no real reason to be anxious. You know what I mean? I'm a nice person. I'm a good person. You know what I mean? I don't, you know what I mean? I have nothing to be upset about or worried about. I'm sorry. So I felt that. That was like a huge thing. And I was like, okay. You know, and I kind of just brushed it off. I was like, maybe this is just me. But when I went in the store, I was like, oh, it's because his bitch ass. He's scared. Because it's like, bitch, I'm a nice person. I'm a calm person. Like, you know what I mean? If you get me out of character, 9 times out of 10, it's because of your bitch ass. It's because you did something that you probably shouldn't have done. You know what I mean? And that's just me being honest. I'm not trying to be egoic or like pompous or anything, but that's the fucking truth. Like, I'm a very calm person. You know? I don't know. Moral of the video. Is there a moral of the video? I don't know. I guess there could be a moral of the video. One of the morals is like, watch how you treat people, I guess. I don't know. Because at the end of the day, you never know who's praying for you, who's praying on you, you know? So just be careful. Be mindful, you know? And also, whatever you're going through, I hope you know that it is temporary. Because everything is temporary. Life is temporary. Death is temporary. Everything's temporary, you know? And miracles happen all the freaking time if you truly believe and align yourself with them. And I don't know what you believe in personally, but I do believe that God loves you and wants the best for you. And so, keep your head up. Keep your spirits high. Deuces.